Hi there, Joseph Carla here from 633. Hope everyone is well and safe, especially during these trying times. I know that I'm definitely counting my blessings. This video is essentially going to be bringing you 6 tips to help you search for a tech job during this current pandemic. A lot of my time over the last month and a half has been spent speaking to talent who have unfortunately been made redundant from their jobs, or indeed those who are using this situation to really take stock of their current situation and are looking at opportunities out there right now. And with this new world, new economy that we're in, it really is important that we take into consideration new things as it relates to all aspects of our career. So let's get straight into it with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to tailor your application. Tailor. Now's definitely not the time for a generic job application. It never should be, but definitely not now. Part of the reason for that is that organizations have decreased their level of hiring, so there's less jobs out there, but actually due to uncertainty and redundancies, there's actually more talent on the job market. So what that means is that the job that you want, there's much more competition for it. So it's even more important to stand out now. And one of the ways you can do that is by tailoring your CV to the specific job requirements of the organization. Another thing to consider is to be sure to do your research on the organization and the projects that they're undertaking, the tools that they use. And if you have had any experience on these projects, so for example, retail analytics, or using basket analysis on an engagement, be sure to emphasize that. And what that will do is really highlight to the organization and the specific hiring manager the value that you're able to bring to the organization right away. So that's really important. Tip number 1, tailor your application. The second tip is to follow up. This is really important, and it's important not to let your application go into a black hole. And when you follow up, do be sure to maintain a good relationship with the contact you're following up with, because that individual could be of further assistance if you're not relevant for that particular role. They could have another role that they're hiring for within the organization now or in the future that you could be relevant for, or indeed if the manager leaves to go to another organization in the future, your profile could be relevant for mandates that they have in the new organization. So it's important to maintain a good relationship, and also when you're following up, be sure to re-emphasize why you're good for that particular opportunity. Following up is also important as it ensures that you are front of mind for the hiring and recruiting team. So be sure to follow up. Tip number 3 is network. As you continue to use your own efforts to look for the ideal job, it's important to also leverage the power of your network to help you land that dream job. Let it be known that you're looking for a new role. Reach out to old contacts and colleagues as they may be hiring in their own organizations, or indeed know of contacts or organizations who are hiring who could really use someone of your skill set and caliber. In addition to this, be sure to reach out to relevant recruiters in your specialist area, as they won't only have one opportunity, but they typically have multiple opportunities that can really help you not only apply to these opportunities, but also get an understanding and insight of the market through them. And this could potentially enable you to better tailor your application as well. Tip number 4 is to stay busy and productive whilst you're in transition. This is especially important for those who aren't employed right now. This is the best time to really continue to engage in projects as if you're employed. So this could be a great time to build that website you've been thinking about, a good time to build a recommender system, scrape website data and build cool visualizations around this. Whatever it is that's relevant to your skill set and specialist area, now is the time to add value to your own portfolio via doing this. And not only will this keep you busy and sharpen your skills, but it will also show potential employers that you're intent on adding value and essentially stay match fit, so to speak, regardless of the situation. So it's a good time to, for example, do courses online, utilize places like DataCamp, Udemy, Coursera. A lot of similar outlets have great discounts on right now as well. So do be sure to take advantage of that and detail these projects in your CV as well, as it will really make your application stand out and show that actually you're someone who likes to remain active and productive. So tip number 5 is to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Now, crisis happens to everyone, and this crisis has affected everything in more ways than we can imagine. Now, there's still some people who are able to thrive in their career and in their current job, even in the midst of the crisis, whereas others are barely able to cope. Now, the difference between these two individuals often comes down to the fact that the one who's able to thrive was adding real tangible value way before the crisis. These are the A players, so to speak. So if there's any learnings that we can take from this situation as it relates to your career, is that it's important for you to be an A player in your organization, as those individuals are less likely to be affected by job changes or by being sacked or made redundant. And even if they are, because they were adding so much value, they already have it hardwired into them how to perform at a high level. So it's really important to take your career very seriously to enable you to thrive in any situation. The last tip, tip number 6, really speaks for itself. Stay positive. The truth is that companies are hiring right now. Speak to me, drop me an email if you want to find out more about opportunities in the data science space globally. But organizations are hiring right now, so there will be a bounce back, and firms are already preparing for this bounce back by ensuring that they have the right talent in place, and there's a saying that goes, it's not about what happens to you, but it's about how you respond to what happens to you. So in this situation, I implore you to stay positive and respond in the right way. So that's it. 6 tips to help you find a tech job in this current pandemic. If you found this useful or know someone who can find this useful, feel free to share. If indeed there are any tips that I've left out or forgotten, do let me know and I'll be sure to get the word out there. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching.